We have some more breaking news in the NHL. We have another trade. This one also involves UFA signing rights, and it looks like Jake Guentzel's on his way to Tampa. We'll discuss the details and what it means for both clubs, as there's other ramifications coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some breaking news. The Carolina Hurricanes have traded the signing rights to pending UFA forward Jake Guentzel. He's been moved to the Tampa Bay Lightning in exchange for a 2025 third-round pick. Now, obviously, signing rights don't typically generate a huge return, which is why it's not as big as you might think. But at the same time, a third-round pick for signing rights is... I don't know. I still think it's pretty good, actually, considering what you saw the Leafs and Dallas Stars pull off with the Chris Tanev signing rights trade that happened yesterday. So, in my opinion, this is going to have, like I said, other ramifications. I think this is very likely going to spell the end of the Steven Stamkos era in Tampa. We know, as of yesterday, Julien Brisebois made comments that he spoke to Stamkos agent Don Meehan again, and there was no new offers presented. He still said that Stamkos was going to be going to the UFA market on Monday, which is tomorrow now. And they had the Tampa Bay Lightning had not changed their stance on what they were willing to offer. I mean, they were looking to do a long-term deal with him, 7-8 years, but to get the money, like the average lull for cap purposes. So we're looking at about $24 million over 8 years or something. Or even like 6-7 years. I'm not sure the exact term, but it was long. And Stamkos is not going for that. I mean, he would prefer to make that similar amount of money over a much shorter period of time and then have flexibility to sign again if he's going to continue playing, which I fully understand. And I think on his part, it sounds like there's definitely some frustrations that he's been a long-time captain, holds a lot of team records, done a ton for this franchise. They've looked after Victor Hedman. They looked after, Kucherov, Point, Cirelli, all these guys, even Sergachev, who then got moved out before his no trade protection kicked in yesterday at the draft. And, well, here's now Stamkos' turn to go, by the looks of it. So we'll see. But bringing in Guentzel and signing him, all that money that they saved on their cap by moving out Mikhail Sergachev and Tanner Jeannot, a lot of that is now going to go to him. No word on exactly what the contract is going to be, but it's believed that he was looking for 8 times 8 from Carolina. Now, he won't be able to get 8 years in Tampa. He'll be able to get 7. So hard to say. I suspect the AAV will be a little bit higher, but it's also going to be in a no-tax state. I mean, Carolina's taxes are not bad, but they're not no-tax like the state of Florida, so certainly an advantage for him there. So we'll see if they get a deal done signing-wise, but typically you don't see signing rights moved. It's rare, but it does happen that a deal doesn't get reached and the player still goes to UFA status. So there's that. Also, from the Carolina perspective, Marty Necas has not been traded yet. I do wonder, because their intent all along was to move Guentzel, and really, I'm not sure that they completely want to trade Necas, but based on all of the rumblings we've heard since their season ended, is he wants to be traded. He wants to get a bigger role. He wants more power play time. He wants to be, consistently in the top line, that type of thing. Like, he wanted more opportunity that he felt he wasn't getting in Carolina. With them losing Guentzel, is it possible that they try to smooth things over and maybe try to keep him? I mean, we know they have to sign Seth Jarvis, and I always said that they're going to prioritize Jarvis over Necas, there's no doubt. But, is that going to change anything? I mean, worst case scenario, I guess, is they can go through a 1-year deal. He does have arbitration rights as a restricted free agent. Necas does, obviously getting close to being a UFA. Do they do a 1-year deal and see if they can't smooth it out? Ultimately, if they don't get the trade offer they want, then clearly it doesn't make sense to move them. But you don't want to just, try to convince them to stay long enough to walk out of the UFA and get nothing either. So it's hard to say how this is going to play out. But Guentzel going to Tampa likely will be their newest signing, newest addition. I'm confused as by Tampa here. I mean, I understand Jake Guentzel's a heck of a player, has Stanley Cup pedigree, been a very productive guy, but so was Steven Stamkos, and he's been your captain. So, the priority is odd to me. He's a little bit younger than Stamkos, but I don't know. It's just weird business here, in my opinion. So we'll see how this all works out and plays out. But like I said, I think this is going to affect the Stamkos scenario, and I think it's going to possibly affect the Necas scenario in Carolina. But if he really doesn't want to be there in Carolina, Can they convince him to stay? I don't know. It's going to be really fascinating to see how it all plays out. So let me know your thoughts on the Guentzel to Lightning signing rights trade, what you think the contract's going to look like, and how it affects everything else down in the comments. We'll talk further. I'll be back later with some more videos. We're going to have some more content coming here regarding the NHL draft that went down, kind of recapping, looking over how everything went. Of course, there's all kinds of more trade talk and then free agency coming as well. So stay tuned for that stuff later today and into tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.